What up, YouTube? You already know Big Lou tapping back in with what it do with Big Lou, NFZR2, baby, baby. If you haven't already, it'd be highly appreciated if you sub, like, to share the channel here at What It Do with Big Lou with your family, friends, folks, peoples, gente, these pals, amigos, amigos, and like us, puertorriqueños, boricuas, ibaritos, potorros, panas. So as you can see from the thumbnail, I got a picture. It's a picture of Daisy Queen, aka Daisy La Sula, with our new member of the Familia, which is, on paper, his name is Campeon del Mundo, which means champion of the world, world champion. Short, aka just champ. Mr. Goyo, what's up, Big Lou? Stopping by to show some loving support and to send my full blast to you and your familia and to everybody that pushes your channel. That's what's up, boy. Appreciate it. Igualmente, right back at you and your familia, homie. Appreciate it big time as well. So yeah, I didn't really broadcast this. I put it out like 10 minutes before I went on, and that's where we're at with that. So yeah, so anyways, so San Francisco, I went to San Francisco Saturday night. The plane landed from Washington at 10:30 with Champ on it. The transport lady brought him out. That was a trip. That was an experience of his own right there. You know what? Let me see if I can put this here. Sample banners. This is an example of a banner. Click on a banner to show it on screen. Create. All right, here we go. Hold on, bear with me, people. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So let's see if this works. Did it work? I don't know. Guess it didn't work. Trying to put the. Can it? Or maybe it's because I'm on it. Is there I don't know if I got anybody in here watching. Is there a banner? Is there a banner showing? Let's see. It might not be showing because it's YouTube. I guess not. So I try to put a banner on there instead of scroll down on the channel. Let's see, create a banner. Where? Oh, there it goes. Cool. So yeah, on the bottom right there on the ticker, I added a Cash App at Big Lou PR. If you would like to help the channel out for new, and that's supposed to be equipment. So you got the mic, the camera, the laptop, the lights. So I got Yeah, I need to get some new things. Also, like, yeah, I need to get some new things, and some of these things ain't cheap, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not monetized yet. I'm still far from it. I got about 800 and some subscribers. I'm getting close on that part of it. But not only is it required to have 1,000 subscribers, you also got to have 4,000 watch hours, which I have. I'm about halfway there. I got somewhere between 1,800 watch hours and 2,000, I believe. I'm somewhere around there. So I'm about halfway with that. And then the subscribers, I should be hitting there pretty soon, because I've been doing decent on my subscribers. Like my watch hours too. My watch hours are up. My views are up. Everything's up pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But that has to do with the shorts. Shorts is what helps get you the subscribers. You know, unless big channels are pushing your stuff and dropping your link a lot. You know what I mean? But not only are they dropping your link, the host or whoever show it is, you know, will put it out like, hey, go check this channel out, stuff like that. Which I don't have that, because I don't really mess with too many channels, other than Flacco. Flacco helped me out a lot. Flacco reposted some videos I did, especially the one on Sundown, and that helped me get like 100 subscribers, just that one video. And then I got about it's starting to rain. I got about 2,500 subs, 2,500 views overnight as well on that video, something like that. 2,000, between 1,500 and 2,500 views in about a solid 24-hour period, which some people would say, oh, that's not a lot, which I guess it ain't a lot to some people. But when you only had 300 subscribers at the time, or 250 subscribers at the time, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Which at the time too, I had no other video that was even nearly that much. Give me 1 second. And put my jacket on. It's starting to rain. That's why I wanted to get these guys out here today to play out here, and because the rain is not supposed to let up at all. The next, like, literally a week almost is supposed to continue to rain. And, like, I don't know if you guys see, sorry about that. I'm at the dog park. I was putting my jacket on, so I guess when I had the phone in my hand, I put my hand to the sleeve. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I posted on the short, but I see that big tree down. So it's funny. It's weird though, because you look at these small trees, they're still up. So you see the truck over there with the lights blinking? That's the city. He works for the city, Parks and Recreation. I asked him, I said, was that from the wind or from the storm? And he said, yeah. He said, what happened was underneath the tree, it built up a big pool of water. And then all that water ended up sinking down into the ground, loosening up the dirt, you know, the ground and all that. And then when the winds came, because it had to be 100-mile-an-hour winds, it ended up, you know, making it that much easier to blow it over. You know what I mean? And that's what happened there. So I'm gonna have to get out of here. It's wet. I don't know how long this live is gonna be. I don't intend it on being longer than probably an hour or less. I just wanted to drop something. You know, like I was stressing last week. Not stressing, but I mentioned a few times. I think it was, well, actually, no, it was a couple weeks ago that I had to step up the live stream game because all my numbers were up as far as analytics wise, except for anything to do with a live. Those were not doing well because I wasn't doing them. So how can it do well if you ain't doing them? So that's what happened there. So I started. So my goal was to drop at least, I wanted to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then at the very least two a week. And so a few times you see me go live only for like 25 to 40 minutes. Like I said, I just like to drop something, get something in, get something done. Sometimes I already did a few shorts today. So I might just do this live, but I might drop a video too. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. So Saturday night, I go to the airport in San Francisco. I go pick this guy up. I never done that before, so I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I mean, as far as what I mean by that is like what to anticipate. You know, they stressed to me like to get there early, and so they said the bags claim. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sure what they meant by that. So I thought I had to go like literally inside and go to the baggage claims. But what it was no, the baggage claims are outside. You pull up to the front. But the thing was, you know, they say be there early. The plane landed at 10:30. They were like, be there at 10:25. But the problem with that is that the San Francisco police, the airport police, or whatever, I don't know if they're SFPD or just airport police, they don't allow you just to park there. I mean, they get on you quick. So I went around once. I went around again. And then while I'm going around the third time is when, give me 1 second. I'm going to be talking. But so when I went around the third time, that's when I get the call from the shipper. I mean, not the shipper, excuse me, the transporter. Actually, no, yeah, through the Instagram. And they're like, hey, you know, and I told them what happened. Hey, look, we can't just stay there like that. And they're aware of it too. So they're like, yeah, I know they're this, they're that. So I'm like, yeah. So they're like, I go, look, I'm going back around right now. I'll be, you know, it'll be probably between 5 and 7 minutes, and I'll be back in front again. So they're like, okay, just to let you know, I'm in door 3, I think it was door 2 or door 3, and this was Terminal 2, Delta Airlines. So I went back around again. Anyways, I got there pretty fast, a couple of minutes, and they were already outside waiting. The freaking dog, Champ, man, is such a good dog. Is this little mofo got his own flying wings from the captain, and I'll post that. Literally, the captain went up to the transporter and said, man, that's the most well-behaved dog I've ever seen. And the captain gave him his own wings. And so I have a couple pictures of it, and I'm going to post it on the community tab, probably on this channel, and then on the Instagram. But yeah, so he got his own wings because he's well-behaved. And this guy is so, hey, what do you got in your mouth? He likes to chew on bark too. So this guy, you guys can see him. He hasn't had no accidents in the house. So shouts out to B&B Bullies out of Spokane, Washington. Brett and Brianna did a hell of a job with this guy and the siblings. And then I was like, I couldn't get over how well he knew his name, Champ. Well, they told me that as soon as I told them what I was going to name him, they started calling him that. Because prior to that, he was Jack Daniels. So every puppy, he had an alcohol beverage name, company name. So the last 2 puppies were Jack Daniels, which is him, and Johnny Walker, which was like his twin. Actually, there was triplets. There were 3 puppies that looked similar. Him, Johnny Walker, which I think Johnny's a little more browner, and this one's a little more redder. And then there was, I think, a girl that was named Fireball, that was like his color too. And then they got the black mask, so their muzzles are black. So they call it a mask. So that's what stuck out to me. The color, his color brown, and then the black mask. That's what I really dug about him. He's got huge ass paws. They're bigger than Daisy's. So he's going to be bigger, way bigger than Daisy. I mean, I already knew that because his mom is huge. I mean, she's 20. We were just, I just got messages about that. His mom is like 24 and a half inches tall, which would be double XL. Even though double XL is not a term they really acknowledge, XL bully, I've mentioned this many times, is a male, is 19 to 23 inches tall. So anything over 23 inches tall would be considered double XL. But the kennel clubs like ABKC, American Bully Kennel Clubs, the UKC, they don't acknowledge double XL. So it's just it's not how would I say it? It's not a legit word as a title. You know what I mean? It's just in what people from the bully community will say if they got a really big dog. So his mom is 24 and a half inches tall. His dad's 22 inches tall. His dad's about 115, 120 pounds. His mom's like 140 pounds. They both have 26-inch heads. So 26-inch head is a pretty big head, especially for a female. So I would say he's at least going to have a 26-inch head, and he probably will be, I would say probably, you know, 20, I would say at least 20, 24 inches tall, I would say. and anywhere from 130 pounds to 160 pounds. That's what the projected size. That's what the prediction is. Excuse me, from the breeder that I got him from. I'm happy if he gets 120 pounds, 130 pounds, but like solid muscle where he's able to move. Still chase down balls when you fetch. Playing fetch and stuff like that with the flirt pole and playing tug of war and stuff like that. Him and Daisy been playing ever since they got together. She plays really well with him. He gets a little feisty though. He's used to playing with bigger dogs. Joey Melrose, Joe Big Lou. The pilot didn't call you when they were ready to land, says Champ. So no, the transporter had him, and the transporter, the lady that does the transporting, she does it for most of the kennels around here, the big ones, the big well-named kennels. She has brothers to this guy, Champ. So her female was bred to his pops too, and I seen pictures of them because they look identical to the dad, like clones. They're like almost 100-pound puppies. They're like 6 months old. So I don't know what's in store. And it was said that her female's small. So Champ's mom is 24 and a half inches tall, 140 pounds, with a 26-inch head. So she's a big ass female. And they said that the one that her puppies, the transport lady's puppies, was from a small female. So I don't know. But no, they didn't call me because the pilot didn't know nothing about me. He got the transport lady got the wings, and then she's gonna forward it to the breeder, to B&B Bullies, because they're the ones that did the work with him the first 11 weeks of his life. But yeah, when I told him what I was gonna name him, they started pounding that name in his head, Champ. And then when I take him out, you tell him go potty, and he immediately goes. As soon as I bring him out he starts peeing. Not I don't mean like on the sidewalk. I mean when he gets on the dirt or whatever, or the grass, he pees. So I tell him, good boy, because even though a dog is potty trained, when they get to a new environment, they don't necessarily know. It's like kind of like starting over again. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Let's see, Tammy, Jimmy, Joey Melrose, see Jimmy Casino, hell big Lou, hope all is well. Yeah, everything's good with me. Hope everything's all good with everybody here. Let's see, Nina's 80 pounds, 18 months old. That's still pretty big for a female. That's pretty big. How tall is she though? 18 months. So pretty much height wise, she's probably done growing, but she'll probably now fill in any weight she's gonna put on. So Daisy's 60. She's like 62 pounds now. She just turned 7 months old on the 8th, so that was what, 5 days ago. She's 18 inches tall, and she's got a 17.5-inch head. So she's just about females when it comes to XLs. Females is 18 inches or 22 inches. So she's about right there ready for the XL. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got some people bringing some little dogs because they got the other side shut off, the big side. So I gotta give me a second, peoples. I'm gonna. Oh, here we go. So this right here is Brett and Bree Carter. So this is the B&B Bullies out of Spokane, Washington. What's going on, people? So yeah, I was just telling him about how well he did on the flight and how he got his wings and all that, and I told him that I'm gonna post it. That the captain gave him the wings. Hold on one second. So here, I just turned it off, turned the mic off real quick while I was getting them on the leash because I'm taking them out of the little area, and these people came with their little dog. And like I said, I'm on the small dog side because the big dog side is closed because the big ass tree, the 40-foot tree, is roots and all got uplifted. Let me show you guys again. Can you guys see that tree? So look at the roots and all, and even lifted up the bench because the bench was over there by it. So they got it locked. The city guy came and locked it this side. So that's the big dog side. I was on the small dog side, and we've been here alone for like a couple hours. They brought about let me see, 2 people came with 2 huskies each, and then 2 other people with a husky apiece. So there was like 6 huskies that came through there. These guys were all good because I took them in and I took them straight to the back. I really don't want no bad experience happening because I was told about an experience from somebody and their dog at the dog park. Basically, a dog jumped on their dog. It kind of like changed the dog. You know what I'm saying? The dog became more aggressive after that. Because some of these people, they bring their dogs, they get aggressive, and they don't even like, they'll say, oh, it's okay or whatever. But there's different levels to the aggression. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the dog might get a little bit too much. Hold on, I'm gonna put this down for 1 second. The dog, I'm gonna. There's different levels. There's different levels to the aggression. Different levels to the aggression. So here, come on, let's go to here. There's so many puddles, and I don't want them going through it. And so I gotta go around because if I try to slide through, they're gonna go probably touch it. Come on. And you know what? I even having 2 dogs on 2 leashes right now because I don't have the. I didn't bring the. I have the little. I got the 2 leash. 2 hold it 1 hand with 2 leashes. 2 ends, I should say. Come on. And then I got the other part too. You can put the 2nd leash on. You hook the 2 things, and then you got a loop in the middle. You use the 1 leash. I haven't bought those yet. I haven't used them yet. Anyways, let's see. I'm loading them in the car right now. Sit down, Daisy. Sit. Oh, all right. Good boy. You ready? Your turn. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait a minute. All right. I do all these things. Walk 2 dogs, hold a bag, because I take their little toys and then the flirt pole, the little tug of war toys. Got all those in there. So let's see, what does this say? These pups are extremely smart. I'm glad everything's working out. Yeah. See, she's small. Her dad was short and huge. Her dad, mom's a standard, but she is large and big and muscular. We don't do dog parks after a bad experience. See, there's another one with our older staffy. Let's see. Yes, I don't take Nina anymore because of the other dogs. Yeah. So these huskies though, they were here today. She's been around them already a few times, and then there's a couple German shepherds that Daisy's played with. So, but this was Champ's first time, and yeah. So, but the reason I like to come here is because they got the goat ramp to use. When exercising them, they have that. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing it because if something happens, like you mentioned a bad experience, and also Brett and Bree, they had a bad experience too. So You know, that would just suck if, like, you know, like if it was to break his spirit or her spirit, because Daisy's still young too, so it could break their spirit. You know what I mean? You know, break them where they're always nervous and scared, or, you know, it could turn them mean. You know what I'm saying too, and where they don't trust nothing or nobody no more. And I don't, you know, then it's like, what do you do then? You know what I mean? So, you know, usually that means the dog ends up moving on and going somewhere else because of the situation with your other dogs and things like that. So better, you know, just not even to go there, and it'll be prevented that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm going that way too. And yeah, these guys get along good. They get along really well. They're cousins. I'm not sure how to call it. If they're third cousins, fourth cousin, I'm not sure. So I know there's there's a dog named Blue that's in there, both of their pedigree. There's another dog, Horchata. Horchata is Daisy's grandpa, and Champ's great grandpa. And I think there's another one dog or two maybe. So they share, I think, 3 or 4 dogs that are bullies that are in both their pedigrees. So when we get around to breeding them, it'll be like, I don't know if you guys ever hear that terminology, tightening up the blood, which they call it COI. I'm not sure what the letters stand for, but basically it just means tightening up the blood. So when they'll do tests on dogs and they'll come back with like 18% COI, you know what I'm saying? That means they've been, you know, that's the inbred percentage of the bloodline being similar. I mean, the same, excuse me. Yes, I don't take, you know, okay. Nina tried to protect him and she got very scared. Now she can be reactive. Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, so yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to think, because that's the only relations they have is the 3 or 4 dogs that they share in their pedigrees, and like I said, one of them I know for sure is Daisy's grandpa, and then his great grandpa. The other ones are even further back. I'm not really sure, like 2, 3 great grandparents back for Daisy. So then it'd be probably another generation back for him, because he's a different generation. Well, maybe not a different generation. Well, usually I want to say generations are like 2 to 3 years. I want to say. I could be incorrect about that. B&B, if you guys hear me, are still here. What would you consider a generation? Would you consider a generation 2 to 3 years? Because, you know, like they say 7 generations, 6 to 8 generations, and it's your own bloodline. I would think a generation is 2 to 3 years, right? Because you figure your female should be like 2 years old by the time you breed her, right? Shouldn't be really younger than that. And I think some of the clubs, they won't even recognize a litter of puppies until the mother is a certain age. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I think it's like 18 months that they won't even recognize the puppies. If you try to come at them, say your dog is pregnant at a year old, and you try to send money for some papers, they ain't gonna accept that. Tim Egan's in the house. What's safe as far as distant relatives? So so in this case, it would be called line breeding. That'd be a line breed, right? Inbreed would mean like father daughter, mother son, grandma grandson, grandpa granddaughter. That would be inbreed. Or uncle to a niece, or an aunt to a nephew. That might not even be considered inbreed. That might be too far out. Uncle to a niece, because a lot of these dogs will be half uncles, half siblings, because they were bred with a different female. You know what I mean? Like their father was bred with a different female, so they're half brothers and sisters, things like that. All that comes into play where it, you know, it makes it a little bit, it thins it out some. So those are it. So you got 3 different type of breedings. You got the inbred, you got the, and you never go brother to sister. That's the no. That type of inbred is not good. So that's inbred. And then, like I said, line breeding is like these 2 guys. These guys are cousins, but they're, you know, it's far removed, basically. You know, even though they share 3, 4 dogs in their lineage that are the same dogs as well, that just straightens. I can't even say the word right. Strengthens the blood, the COI, the COI. Again, when people say tighten up the blood, or that's how tight the blood is, that's what they're referring to. So yeah, and then the third one is outcross. Outcross breeding means you're taking your dog to a dog that has no relation, period. And that's an outcross. What do you say no way to? Brother and sister? Or did I say something else that you're not agreeing with? I'm pretty sure that's what you're saying to no way about brother and sister, or no way about the dog being a year old. CB shenanigans. What's going on, man? Appreciate everybody stopping in. I didn't even advertise it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as I didn't put it out there, I just said, you know what, let me do a live while I'm here at the park. I'm gonna so I dropped I typed it all up, and then I put it in I posted it for like 5 or 10 minutes later. And so I just came on, you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of times, I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, even though I have 800 something. A lot of the people just sub when they see a short. A lot of them don't aren't like solid supporters. I mean, supporters, subscribers. So, and then a lot of people watch and they don't comment at all, and some people like a lot of the regulars, like Tim Egan, Nick Am, Joey Melrose, they comment a lot on the videos. Tim Egan, where you live at? I always confuse this, man. You're in Colorado or you're in New Mexico? I always get this confused, man. I always forget. Let's see, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a good day. It started raining, now it stopped again. These guys are resting now. They didn't even run around a whole lot like they did yesterday, but they ran around a lot. And then the night I picked them up from the airport. I stopped in Livermore and let them, and I found a industrial area where I didn't have to worry about cars driving around and stuff like that. And they ran, and you know what I mean? And so I had to watch them. Daisy gets a little bit rough with them when they're like running. She runs into them a lot. And then he gets a little feisty and growling, and, so my little one gets a little like, she don't get scared, but she gets a little like, and then the wifey doesn't really know. She don't understand that part of the wrestling and stuff. Our older staffy was bred for weight pulling and hog hunting out of Georgia. Okay. Yeah. So, and then, it's a trip, like she's saying here, her staffy was bred for weight pulling. So I watched a few of those weight pulling events, and the dogs that they do it by weight, by divisions, because obviously a dog that's, bigger, most likely is going to be stronger than a dog that only weighs 40 pounds. Something that weighs 80 pounds is going to be stronger than someone who weighs 40 pounds. It should be, at least. And so they do divisions, like weight divisions, like boxers, UFC, you know what I mean? But I noticed that the ones that are kicking ass and that are usually like thin looking, like, in other words, what I mean by that is like they're the traditional looking American Pit Bull Terriers and Staffordshire Terriers. You know what I mean? They're the traditional size of what they're supposed to weigh. A male should be like anywhere from 50 to 60 pounds. A female like 40 to 50, 45 to 55. You know what I mean? Those are pit bulls, cut up, head a little bit bigger, where it sticks out a little bit, their jaw line, but not like these big ass dogs, you know what I mean? Aurora, Colorado, the hood, had drinking buddies from Burke. What are they like? What, Albuquerque's close to the Colorado border or what? You don't start until their plates are done. Oh yeah. I've done that too on videos. I say that when I play like tug of war with her, I don't pull. I'll go like this a little bit, shake it, and I let her do all the work. And then with the flirt pole, I try my best not to get it where she's jumping and all that. And then I told too the advice about, having them pull chains and having them pull anything, 16 to 18 months till their bone plate seal. Because, and I also did another video where I put the x-ray of a puppy and none of their bones even connect, because you got all the soft tissue, the tendons, the joints, everything is still in the growing stages. So therefore, it's not, that's why you don't let them jump a lot and all that, because they can damage, hip problems, elbow problems and all that. If you do it too, allow it too much, it'll be detrimental to them. Same thing when you have some of these people that hang their dogs from tires and different things hanging from the tree. I said a few times that you make sure that their back legs are on the ground, because again, it can cause damage to them. You know what I mean? So the puppies, you know, you make sure their legs are still on the bottom, on touching the ground. They're not fully hanging. That way, it doesn't mess them up. You know what I mean? Hey CB, how are you? Let's see. Nina loves a fur pole. Yeah, I got a fur pole too. I've used it with her maybe 10 times, less than 10 times, because it keeps being wet here, and they have a goat ramp, and so I wanted her to start getting used to going up and down the goat ramp, you know, for the exercise. But it's a puddle. There's a little like dip at the end on one side of the ramp, and so a lot of water, you know, gets stuck right there. And so, you know, I try not to, I haven't used it, you know, I used it we used it 2 days, and she wasn't real good coming down, you know what I mean? But she's still young, you know, she just turned 7 months on the 8th, you know what I mean? And, but just getting him and her together, because before that, she would be like kind of lazy, because her first 5 months, she wasn't really, you know, she was just in the backyard, and it was her mom, and her sister. And it was a sister from a different litter, an older sister, different litter, different father, same mom though, so half sister. And so it was the 3 females, and they were in the kennel. I'm not really sure how big the kennel was, because I can't only see it so much in the pictures. And then her brother from this litter mate brother, he's all white. They call him Blanco Boy. He's in the house. So, you know, she knew the difference right away by coming in with us, because she's in the house now. You know what I mean? So when we first got her, a couple of times on our way home from little walks, from taking her out to use the bathroom, she'd be like trying to get there, because she knows the difference. You know what I mean? And a few times she was pulling pretty hard. So I had to get a leash with like the soft on the top for the girls. You know what I mean? Let's see. I hate to see when people hang them. Yeah, and they hang them with that style. They don't understand, or they're not educated on it, or they don't care. Let me see. About 700 miles, they moved up here. Met them up here. My one buddy moved to Canoga Park with this girl. Went out there. Canoga Park in California. Canoga Park, yeah, that's LA area. I think it's San Fernando Valley, I think. Yeah. The reason I asked if you're in Colorado or New Mexico is because there's a cat named Jose Lucero. He's out of New Mexico, Albuquerque, and he has a badass black one with a little bit of white on his chest. He calls him Night Train, and he's one of my favorite ones. He's one of my favorites. One of my favorite bullies out there. So I got about 5 or 6 favorite bullies. I got there's 2 of them that are tied. They're brothers, which are Daisy's uncles, and I guess they would be Champ's great uncle, great uncle, I think. They're out of Scorpion Kennels. Daisy's grandfather, Horchata, is his sons, Woodland and Pecas. They're 2 brothers. And those are my favorite 2. But I got them at 1. I got them tied up. They're tied at 1. And then I like the channel that I'm always telling you guys about, QBNK or QBN Kennels out of Cleveland, Texas, and that's Funny Money. That's Raul Fagundes, and he has a majority of his dogs are females, but he has a couple males. He has a few males, excuse me. He got Fireball, which is his classic. He's a small one. He's like 70 pounds, 23-inch head though. He's got a good sized head, and what they used this boy for was to correct structures on like big, huge females, like XXL females. They used him to correct their structure, their feet, their their top line, cowhide, or cow hog is called, excuse me. That basically means like they're bow-legged. Now it's coming down. And they used him, yeah, like I said, they used him to correct these big females. Then he has Powerhouse, which he's like he's black, but you can see the brindle underneath him. So they call him Trindle, because he's like a tri brindle, where you can see the black, the rust color, then the white. So they call him a Trindle. And then there's a 305. They named him 305 because they're originally from Miami, so that's the area code. Then he has a Merle dog he named Congo, which I think he's the biggest one. I think he's the thickest one. I don't think he's the tallest one, but he's the thickest one. Thick neck, big head, you know what I mean? Then he has another one that's coming out named Kai Kai, Kai. I haven't seen much of him yet, but my favorites out of his bunch is Congo and 305. So that's 4 dogs there, 5 actually with Night Train, Jesus. So yeah, I put 305 and Congo the same, and I put Woodland and Pecos the same, and then Night Train. So that would be 3, right? It'd be 5 dogs, but three numbers. And then I like Aries, ARES, out of Heroes Bullies, which is they're from LA area, down south somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. And he's a tri. He's a I don't know. I don't know if he's a chocolate tri or if he's a lilac tri. Nonetheless, I like. He just turned a year old like a week ago, and he's thick. He's like 120 pounds. Nice, solid, thick, nice thick head, thick neck. You know, bullish. You know what I mean? That's 4, and then the last one on the 5 is, I would say, oh man, I like. You know what? I like Clay. I like Clay a lot. Clay is from East Bay Bullies. I got to meet him in person. So I met Woodland, I met Pecos, and I met Clay in person. I also met the Lion Master in person, one of his sons. If you guys ever see that what's it called? Kingdom Bully Kennels. The little girl Allie, she's like 12. She trains. She does usually shorts. She does a lot of the training. There's 2 big red ones, and then there's a Merle one named Jack that she's been working with. Well, those red ones are from California. They're from Red Lion Kennels. Let's see, Albuquerque is crazy little town. Went down there to visit 2 friendly people, but add alcohol and lookout. Add alcohol and lookout. Yeah, that's usually how it goes, right? Have to go feeding time for my 2. Yeah. Well, no, I already fed these guys. So my program with them, with feeding them is between 6:30 and 7 usually in the morning, and then usually give or take an hour or 2, and 12 hours to 14 hours later. And so far I've just been giving them dog food. Diamond, they're on Diamond. Champ, because he was on, I think he was on a different puppy food, lamb and rice. I think they sent me with some in a Ziploc. And so I've been giving pretty much half and half, that and what the one I'm feeding him now, and I mixed it. And so far he's been pooping cool, no runs, no diarrhea or nothing. So that's working out too good. So I haven't had any accidents with him other than him poking Daisy's eye this morning, and I thought it was a lot worse than what it ended up being, because she was like sitting there, and like when we poke our eye, usually we go a long time until it finally gets, you can see right out of it or whatever. So it finally cleared up for her. So I'm glad about that, because I didn't know if I was gonna have to try to find some eye drops and medication in it, or take her to the vet. But how far did that, you could damage the corneas and stuff like that. So I was just like tripping. You know what I mean? We do meat and dry. So yeah, I'm still on the I don't know yet. I'm on the edge of the raw, the hamburger meat and the chicken. As far as raw, the meat wise, if I am gonna do it, it's gonna be ground beef and chicken legs or chicken quarters. And then obviously some eggs, break some egg up in there. And I've been giving an Alaskan fish oil for the omegas. And I got another one that's sardine oil. And it's got omega-3s, omega-6s, and omega-9s. The salmon, wild Alaskan salmon, only has omega-3s and omega-6s. So I've been adding that. And then at some point here, I'm going to get, I don't think I need to do it for Daisy, because I don't need to. She's already thick. She's already built. She's like a little bull already. You know what I mean? I I don't need to give her like weight gain. She don't need it. She's doing fine on her own. You know what I mean? And she's one of the ones that you don't have to wait for them to pop. You know, it's coming as she's growing. You know what I mean? She's not the tallest for her age, but she's a female. So her brothers are taller than her. I think one brother is pretty much the same height as her, but he's thicker. You know what I mean? Bigger head. She has a decent sized head. I think right now 17 and a half inches at 7 months old. Well, when I measured her at 17 and a half inches, she was 6 months old. You know what I mean? So it was a few weeks. It was at least a couple weeks ago when I did it. Measured her, the height. I measured her head, and I measured her weight. I held her. I did my own weight, and I held her while I got on the scale. You know, what I mean? It was 60 pounds difference. So, she's decent size. Now it's pouring out. Look at this. It's pouring out there. So it's coming down good too. You see that? Look at the puddles over there. Look at all the water going in the puddles. So basically, you guys see that pool right there? So basically, that's what happened on the other side where the trees had down. You know what I mean? So it's a good opportunity that it could happen to this tree too, because that one's. What do we got here? One, two, three trees that are up under that water. So there's a good chance that it could. I don't know. Did you guys see that? Oh yeah, there's a good chance that could do some damage over here to these ones too. Luckily though, nobody's property got damaged. I'm going to listen. I thought I read Italian. I'm going to Italian. I don't know what the heck that was. No poultry for Nina. She's allergic. So okay, so that's what I was gonna say too. A lot of the dog, when it comes to the dog foods, they could be have allergic reaction to the grains. You know what I mean? Where it makes them itch. You know what I mean? All that type of things. So, you want to get the best dog food you can find. But I explained that when I was a kid, youngsters, it was, all about the best bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying? So, Old Roy, Walmart brand, 50-pound sack. How much? $10. Run that in. You know what I mean? Sometimes it'd be $12. I remember sometimes they didn't have the red bag. So I had to get the brown bag, and the brown bag was $2 more or $3 more a bag because it was like, uh, high energy or shit like that. But yeah, all that grain, all that stuff's no good. And then like she put here about it being allergic, Nina being allergic to allergies to poultry. So that's chicken and all that, right? So, then another thing though I'm thinking is like, what if the food got salmonella? Now the dog's gonna get sick. So I don't know. That's the only thing I'm thinking about not messing with it. I don't know yet. I don't know yet because I honestly don't believe that's gonna make them bigger or anything like that. I believe it's mostly genetics. If they got it, they got it. If they don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? But I guess well, I mean, they've done a lot of research on this already. You got to keep in mind that these dogs all descend from the wolf. You know what I mean? So with the wolf eats raw food, right? They kill the prey right there, and they kill them and eat them right there. So I guess you can look at it from that standpoint. You know. So to each his own, I believe. We have rails. We have real salmon up here in upstate New York. Okay, that's what's up. Snowing here, upstate New York. So I know that. What do you got up there? Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, right? Albany, all that's up north, right? Upstate New York. Dudes is from Buffalo. Uh, I know there's a few other ones. Those are the ones I can think of right now. Man, this rain's coming down good. Snowing here. Yeah, it doesn't. We don't get that over here. But even originally I was supposed to get champ 3 Mondays ago. What happened was, all the snow nationwide. We're getting snow in places that don't snow normally. Texas, here in California, and so it was. I didn't. So basically, I didn't. They didn't come because the the flights coming out of Washington were uh, postponed. You know, this what's the word? Canceled out. No, they weren't allowing no flights out because of the weather. You know what I mean? Then I started thinking maybe they won't do it again, which was 3 nights ago, because of the storm. Sorry about that. I'm trying to stay focused. There's a lot of movement around me, so I'm looking in my rear view. I'm looking in the side mirror. So I'm figuring out what's going on, processing it all. You know what I mean? So anyways, and then I'm a little tired too. So yeah. I don't even remember what I said last. Oh, about the flight. So I was thinking that this one might get canceled too because of the storm. You know, heavy. I mean, the storm's strong on the ground here. Imagine a plane, an aircraft up there. You know, 6,000 miles, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Imagine how crazy that would be. You know what I mean? That's some scary shit. You know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out. I've been on here just about an hour. I appreciate everybody for coming in. I wanted to drop something. I think I got a pre-record that's hasn't loaded yet. Oh, that's weird. What the hell are they doing? Anyways, um, I also feed venison during hunting season. I'm south of Rochester. Okay. What was I gonna say right now? Oh, I do want to get some. They got some supplements, right? Um, to add weight gain, and then muscle. Wow, it's coming down now. Look at this. It's coming down. So, anyways, they got weight gain. They got muscle, supplements for muscle. But I don't know if it's okay to use if there's a certain age to use the muscle supplements. If there's a certain age, and then if you're not exercising your dog yet, when it comes to that, you know, like weighted vests, pulling things, anything like that. But well, I was gonna say, so yeah, I'm not sure about that. But then I was gonna say, going up and down the goat ramp, that builds muscle. You know what I'm saying? That'll build some muscle. So um, I just gotta figure out which the best one. Because a lot of people they got it out there. They got their name on it. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know which one's the best yet. So good thing with the B&B, they help me out. They give me suggestions. They send me pictures of certain products they use. I also ordered New Vet. It's vitamins through Raul from QB&K Kennels. Um, it's for joints. And it's for a few things, joints, coats, allergies, fight allergies. And it's a a blue bottle, and then a green bottle. Um, Damn, it's coming down. Um, Jeez. And it's like one of them's a vitamin, the other one's a wafer. Um, Sheesh. Can't get over all this rain. So yeah, that's good for all that. So um, I got to figure out what muscle supplement to use, weight gainer, because I think Champ's gonna be slender until he pops. You know what I mean? And if you guys don't know, pop means when they widen out. You know what I'm saying? Some dogs, like I named Aries earlier. Aries just turned a year and he's been popped. He's been wide for a couple of months. Because I've been watching him for a couple of months. So he's got his size. Anything else be extra for him. More wider or a big head. You know what I mean? His head's about 28 inches. So he's a oh man. I can't get around the rain. It keeps messing up my train of thought. It's pouring. Look at the whole gutter's already flooded. It's a trip. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. I've been on here like an hour. So yeah, I got some things to figure out, and I don't know yet if I want to do that raw. I might just keep it, the diamond dog food, maybe Victor. To me, those are the two best dog food. Throw an egg, a couple eggs in each bowl. Um, Also, they got the salmon oil and the oil, two pumps, pump and a half for the pup, and then 2 pumps for Daisy. Saying and okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it like that with the supplements, and then there's a few things you can give them. So I don't know yet. I don't know yet how I want to really work that yet. But nonetheless, these guys are growing, especially and then Daisy too. I never realized how thick she was until the pup came. Champ came. He's a lot bigger than her. She's a lot bigger than him. I mean, wait, it's just no brainer. She's younger. You know what I mean? But they definitely come from good bloodlines. The temperament is on point. With both of them. Like I said, they're cousins. Um, and so yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I got off work this morning. I'm tired. I'm gonna start dozing off right now. Oh man, because I got caught looking in the rear mirror what these people are doing behind me, and then because the rain in the front, these people are in front of me. Because the rain's coming so hard, it's even with the windshield wipers, I can't see too well. So I got caught looking for a long time, and then looking in the rear mirrors what they're doing, and then looking over there, and then I started falling asleep. But I'm tired. I got off at what this morning. I got home at what was it like 20 to no, it was like 6:20. Yeah, because the alarm for the kids to go off was at 7. So I went ahead and sat down on my recliner, the king's chair, and I put it back, and I fell asleep for like about 35 minutes, and I missed the first alarm. I woke up like 10 minutes late, so I got them up 10 minutes later, which was another reason why I couldn't check out Daisy's eye right away, because I was helping my little one wash up and stuff, and changing her. So I was, from there, then I went and checked her out, and but her eye's okay now. So I think what happened was she got poked in the eye, probably from Champ when she was laying down. He jumped on top of her, probably poked her in the eye, and it just took a little extra. Because like when we get poked, we go like that, and so I think that's what happened. So I'm glad everything's okay. But so yeah, I appreciate everybody. It's about an hour on now. I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. I think I got this basketball video I'm about to drop. So yeah. So thanks again, peoples. I appreciate everybody else also is gonna watch this afterwards, after it's uploaded. And yeah, let's do the damn thing, man. And like I said, there's the Cash App on the bottom ticker. Big Lou, BIGGLOU PR is my Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Everything will go towards better in the channel. I'm gonna have to pay for call that intro. I'm not monetized, so I put it on the bottom. You know what I mean? Anybody that feels free, feels that's what they want to do, feel free to shoot it. Because this stuff ain't cheap, man. Cameras, lights, laptop, camera, different mics, different phone holders. You know what I mean? That's why it's hard for me to, when I'm trying to play with her prior to getting Champ, to hold the phone and try to do, it's hard. So I need to get me one of those sticks, the ones that people raise up to take better selfies and group pictures and stuff. I need one of those. That way it's just easier to hold it instead of holding it like this, where I always end up hitting the buttons accidentally. Like earlier, I tapped myself out because I was trying to hold it. I forgot what I did exactly, but I put my hand through the jacket sleeve, and I guess I hit the button. I hit a button and it took me out of here and took me to I think it was a channel. So, but yeah, all right, people. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap out. And I think, like I said, I dropped a couple shorts. Go check the shorts out. Anybody that you haven't already, if you haven't already subbed, be sure to sub the channel. Source of support. If anybody's a bully owner, a bully lover, dog, the American bullies, feel free to sub and share the channel with other bully owners. And because we got a lot here, obviously I got two, and along with the sports and prison and stuff like that. So yeah, so anybody, if you haven't subbed, be sure to sub. Check out my other little shorts and things, trying to help me get those views, and keep pushing with me, because I'm in it to win it. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm here for the grind. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Feel me? So with that being said, Big Lou, Daisy, and Champ is here, tapping out.